sound of an old vinyl record playing a classic Italian folk song like Funiculi Funicula, which then fades into the background. Inhales deeply, then exhales slowly. Do you ever have one of those moments where a smell, a taste, or a sound just transports you back in time? For me, it's the rich, bitter aroma of a freshly brewed espresso. It takes me right back to a tiny, sun-drenched piazza in Rome, where my love affair with Italy truly began. You know, everyone talks about Italy. They talk about the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the canals of Venice, and yes, all of those are breathtaking. Their postcards come to life. But the Italy that captured my soul, the one that lives in my memory, isn't just a collection of landmarks. It's a feeling. It's an entire way of life. I remember my first day in Rome. I was completely overwhelmed. The traffic was chaos, Vespas zipping through streets barely wide enough for a car, people shouting and gesturing with a passion I'd only seen in movies. I thought, how does anyone survive here? But then something magical happened. I ducked into a small side alley to escape the noise and found myself in front of a tiny, family-run trattoria. There was a nonna, a grandmother, sitting outside, methodically rolling out pasta dough on a floured wooden board. She looked up, saw my lost expression, and gave me this warm, genuine smile. No words were exchanged, but in that single moment I felt welcomed. I felt at home. That's the real Italy. It's in the details. It's the taste of a perfectly ripe tomato, picked that morning and drizzled with golden olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. It's the sound of church bells echoing through the cypress-lined hills of Tuscany at sunset. It's the feeling of cool ancient stone under your fingertips as you trace the walls of a Florentine cathedral. I spent a week driving through the countryside, getting intentionally lost. And let me tell you, that's where you find the real treasures. I stumbled upon a tiny village perched on a cliffside in Cinque Terre, where the houses are painted in every color of the rainbow, and the only way to get around is by foot or by boat. I sat on the rocks, listening to the waves crash against the shore, eating gelato that tasted like pure sunshine. Then there was Florence, the heart of the Renaissance. You walk the same streets as Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. You can almost feel their creative energy still lingering in the air. I stood in front of Botticelli's The Birth of Venus for what felt like hours, just completely mesmerized. It wasn't just a painting, it was a story, a piece of history breathing right in front of me. But the most profound moment of my trip came unexpectedly. I was in a small town in Sicily attending a local festival. The entire town square was filled with people. Old men playing cards, kids chasing pigeons, families sharing huge platters of food. There was music, dancing, and this incredible sense of community. A complete stranger handed me a glass of homemade red wine and pulled me into a circle of dancers. I didn't know the steps, I stumbled over my own feet, and we all just laughed. In that moment, I understood La Dolce Vita. It's not about luxury or glamour, it's the sweet life. It's about finding joy in the simple things. It's about connection, passion, and living every single moment to its fullest. It's about savoring your food, your wine, and your conversations. So if you ever go to Italy, yes, see the Colosseum, see the canals, but please do me a favor. Put down the map, wander down a random alley, talk to a stranger, order something you can't pronounce. Sit at an outdoor cafe for 3 hours with just one coffee and watch the world go by. Because Italy isn't just a place you visit, it's a place that visits you. It seeps into your bones and changes you, leaving you with a permanent craving for more beauty, more passion, and more life. And trust me, it's a craving you'll be happy to have for the rest of your days.